Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Today we have a special DJ. We have Delta Division with us today. Everybody that's been to class knows him, so find them on Instagram. We have Nick Organics over here to the left, and we have Melissa here to my right, Thrive Kinetics. Take a moment just to come to your mat. And this is episode number 18. This is an honor to be here. And I want you to start wiggling the toes and just scanning the body. Come up to the toes. You're going to find your breath, find a big smile, your presence, your energy, check in. Just start moving side to side. And then bring your hands to your lower back. And I welcome you to your practice. I want you to find movement in your hips. Feels kind of like you're bending your knees as you go back, and then push into your hips and bend more, thrust through the pelvis. Notice how fast you're going. Notice if you can slow it down. Close your eyes. Switch. You're doing circles now, counterclockwise. Your hands are massaging your kidney belt. Your knees are bending a lot, and you're gripping your roots, your feet into the earth. Coming back to standing position, palms together at heart center to namaste. Soften the knees and sit up a little taller, standing up. And I want you to scan your body from external human vessel to internal, checking in with all of your senses, all your awareness. And smile while you do this. Connect to the music. Find your yoga breath. Deep breath in, filling up the stomach like filling up a balloon. Deep breath in. Exhale from the stomach. Go ahead and do that 2 more times at home. And here, deep inhale. Fill up the ribs. Fill up the back, fill up the chest, fill up the throat. Take a little sip. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Move your jaw side to side, wiggle your nose, thumbs are into your sternum. And one more deep breath here, big breath in. Notice where your focus is at. Where's your breath at? Where's the breath going into your stomach? Filling up the breath, fill it up, fill it up. Take a little puff. Hold it for 3. Hold it for 2, soften your collarbone, and exhale. One more sigh. Good. Gently bring your hands by your side. Open your feet as wide as your mat. You're going to inhale your arms up wide, and we're going to do circles. So the reason I softened your knees is when you do these circles, you're going to start clockwise and just swoop by the earth with your fingertips and inhale up. Notice how much space you're taking. Inhale. Exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Inhale. Exhale, drop down. Touch the earth with gratitude. Inhale, reach and expand. Exhale, touch. You're going to do about 5 each direction. As you're reaching up, reach up for the resources that are naturally given to you, like your oxygen, like the roof over your head. And then pause and switch. Start going the other way, but gracefully. Notice how you're moving. Big inhales, big exhales. Touch the earth now. This time, every time you touch the earth, give thanks for the earth, the ground beneath your feet. Sorry, Nick. Smile. Good. Reach up, reach up, reach up. Now, everyone, reach your arms up and just start going side to side, like you're pulling up into the cosmos. Good, good. Now, arms are going to go back. We'll make today spicy, so if you need a break, make sure you modify at any point of this practice. And then reach your arms up. We're going to take a deep stretch to the right. Feet can come together. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and take a deep stretch over. We're going to get both sides, so it doesn't matter if you did the right side. Gently reach down. Right hand grabs left wrist. Push into the left hip. Good. As you exhale, fold gently, nice and slow, chin to chest. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, downward dog. Walk your feet back. First downward dog. We're gonna check in your downward dog. Your hands are under your shoulders. You can find your alignment, tapping wrist to shoulder. Go ahead, eyes of the elbows are facing each other. You're gonna push the earth away, rounding through the shoulders, and your hips are gonna go up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Get creative today, guys. Start thinking happy thoughts. 3 more breaths. Shake your head yes and no. Bend your knees. I want you to walk your dog. Dance your dog a little bit. Move your hips side to side. Good. If you haven't noticed already, my wrist is a little injured, so count on my team here today. Now, what you're gonna do to make it spicy is you're gonna bend your knees into your chest, take an inhale, walk your feet towards each other, it helps. Roll out to your high plank, nice and slow. Good. You have options to put your knees down, but bend your knees down towards the earth without touching them, about 1 inch away. Look under, exhale, downward dog. You get the vibe? You're gonna inhale out, high plank, bend the knees into the chest, roll it out. As you exhale, 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 knees down, push back, ribs into your thighs. Look under. Good. 2 more, just like this. You're gonna get nice and sweaty. Roll out from the neck through your back of your ribs. Let your knees come down like a crouching tiger. Look under, exhale, downward dog. The slower you go, the more heat you build. Now this time, inhale out to your high plank. Hold it here. Drop your knees almost to the earth and then push back to high plank. Do 5 of these. Knees drop down to the earth, push back, high plank. Knees down to the earth, push back, high plank. Child's pose. Open your knees wide. Let your heart melt down to the earth. Spread your fingers and activate your fingertips. Let the wrist almost lift up off the earth. Check in with your third eye. Check in with your breath. Now, knowing that this is going to be a spicy practice, and I might throw something different at you every time, I want you to breathe in with compassion and with mindfulness and with care and effort, because you already showed up to the mat. 2 more breaths in your child's pose. Anytime you need, please come back to this child's pose. Deep inhale in. Ujjayi breath out. Spread the fingers and tuck the toes. Deep inhale in. Exhale, downward dog. Now that you're starting to get there, I want you to spread your fingers even more. Push into the cup of your suction of your hand and start pushing your heels down to the earth. Bend your right knee down to the mat. Push into the left hip. Bend the left knee down. Push into the right hip and push into your hands and go side to side. 2 more breaths. Making the body open and expand through your lower and upper back. Coming back to your downward dog, take your right leg up, inhale. Nice and slow, right knee taps elbow or armpit, exhale. Inhale, 3-legged dog, leg goes up to the sky. Exhale, cross and tap your left elbow. Use your core, belly button to spine. Inhale, leg comes up. Now watch, you're gonna tap your forehead, come forward. You're gonna do 3 shin taps. Drop your shin to the mat, pull it up in your belly button. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Pull knee to forehead, step it through for high lunge. This is where I can join in with you. Walk your back foot back over a little bit. Pull your belly button off your spine. Let's all rise up together at home too. Inhale, rise up. Now this is your first high lunge, so drop your knees 90 degrees. We're gonna do a tap, press back into that left heel, but get low in your lunge. You got it? Tap down and up. You can always tap your knee down to the earth if you need. Be mindful here. 2 more. Push back and reach up. Reach as far as you can, get as low as you can. Warrior 2. Good. Now a little different today. When you get here in your Warrior 2, find your alignment. It's unique for you, but pull your hands away from each other. We're gonna clap. Give yourself a good job. So Warrior 2, clap, clap. Yeah, Warrior 2. 1, 2, 3. Warrior 2, reverse. Feels good to clap for yourself, right? Give yourself an award. Now here in your reverse and go deeper and deeper and deeper. Come back to your Warrior 2. Stay with me. We're going to do a Skandasana, which is a deep lateral lunge to the left. So bend your left knee, your right foot parallels, drop down deeply into the left side. If you want to use your hands, you can use your hands, but come up onto the right toe. Take a deep breath with me. Walk yourself towards the front. Not the first time we're coming here, so you're going to have a chance. You're going to take a twist. Bring your back toe to the front of the mat. Left hand down, right arm up. Good. Take a deep inhale in. Reach and do 2 each way. Deep inhale back. Open the lungs. Touch the earth again. And then connect to the front. Circles to the front. Drop your pelvis down. Good. High plank. So first is doing a vinyasa that the guys do. Find a vinyasa of choice. Push back to your high plank. Take an inhale. Option of knees, chin and chest lower down. Inhale, baby cobra or upward dog. Exhale, 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 downward dog. Shake it out. I threw something new at you, so let's go to the other side. Left leg up, inhale. Left knee taps left elbow. Use your core. Shoulders come forward. Inhale, leg goes up. Find your flow. Your breath at home is going to be different than ours. Tap your opposite elbow to the right elbow. Inhale, leg goes up. Reach up. Push the earth away. Tap your forehead, but hold and drop down to the earth. Belly button to spine. Knee up into chest. Round your back. Down, up, down, up. Hold to your forehead. Squeeze as tight as you can. Step through for that high lunge. Be gentle and graceful in how you move up into your high lunge. Inhale, up. Good. Exhale, tap your back knee down. Good. We have 5 of these, so push through your heel every time you come down. Your balance is key here. If you fall, you get back up. That's part of the process. Give yourself some credit for showing up. Hold, hold, lift. Warrior 2. Yeah. Now pull between your hands. We do 3 claps. So first claps for you, down to warrior 2. Second claps for your family, down for 3. 3 claps to the world. Woo! Skandasana to the back of your mat. So right knee bends, left toe parallels. Bend down. If you need to, use your toes, use your hands. Get creative. Take a deep inhale, exhale. Walk to the front of your mat. Come for your twist. Your toes come with you. Right hand down. Inhale, left arm up. Whoop, hurt wrist. Be mindful of yourself. 2 big inhales. Scooping to the earth. What you want, what you give is what you get. Breathe. 2 scoops to the back of your heart. Open those left lungs. Vinyasa of choice. Frame your foot. Take an inhale. High plank. Exhale, lower down, elbows in, even if you use your knees, chin, and chest. Inhale, shoulders roll back, look right, look left. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose. Shake it out. We're going to be adding to this at home. So scan your body from head to toe. Take 5 breaths in your downward dog. Can you separate your shoulder blades? Get the hips back and connect to the music here in your next 3 breaths and just start moving your hips side to side. Shaking your head, bouncing the hips. Do a little bounce here. Bend your knees a lot and bounce your hips a little bit. 2 more breaths. Good. Be creative. Be creative at home. Don't judge yourself. Your bounce is going to be different than Melissa and Nick's or mine if I could do it. And then come back to your downward dog. We're going to add on to what we just did. You ready at home? Okay, good. You guys ready at here? Right leg goes up, inhale. Right knee taps right elbow. Possibly your armpit now. Inhale, leg goes up. Notice that you let the oxygen go. Cross left elbow, armpit. See if you can pull it up. Inhale, 3-legged dog. We have 1 more round to shin down. Knee to your forehead. Drop your shin to the mat. Push the earth away. Round your back, pull it up. 2 more. Push, pull. Pull it up, hold. Step it through, high lunge. Here we go. Everybody rise up, inhale. Get as deep as you can. Look up. Warrior 2. We're going to add here. We're going to reverse the warrior. We're going to come to a side angle. Yes, support it. Get low. Get low. Skandasana to the back, to the left of the mat. Bend your left knee. Right toes come forward with you. Good. Take a moment here. If you want to, use your toes. Lift up into your chest or drop your heel down. Lift up. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Use your hands. Walk to the front. Take that twist. Left hand down. Right arm up. Here's where it gets tricky, guys. Step your back toe in just a little bit. We're going to keep the T arms and come up in a high lunge. So graceful and tricky, just like life. Look back at it. Reverse. Reach. Good. High lunge, inhale. High to low as you exhale. Take a high plank on your inhale. If you're with me, use your knees, chin, and chest. Exhale, lower down. Always find a flow. It's yogi's choice. Inhale, baby cobra, upward dog. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Downward dog or child's pose. You guys warm? Did I get you yet? Take 3 breaths. No matter if you're in your child's pose or your downward dog. Shake your head yes and no in your downward dog. If you're in your child's pose, spread your fingers, tuck your toes. Exhale, find your child's pose. Good. Left leg rises up, inhale. Left knee guides and taps your elbow or your armpit. Inhale, leg goes up, 3-legged dog. Cross across to your right elbow. Good. Inhale, leg comes up. Here's the tricky part. Don't overthink it. Tap your forehead, shin down. 3. Round and push. Round and push. Good job, guys. Round and push. Tap your forehead. I know it's hard. Step it through for that left leg high lunge. Inhale, rise up. We made it a flow, so get low. Open up to warrior 2. Reach and flip your palm. Reverse it back. Come into an extended side angle of choice. Always can use your elbow in. Roll your ribs up. As you come out of this, open the arms, swing over to your skandasana to the right. Bend your right knee, toes parallel. Come on down nice and low. Don't be afraid to use your hands and your toe. And then drop your heel. 2 more. Breathe in. Good job. Breathe out. Breathe in. Come and let's take it to a twist. I wanted to get funky on you today. Walk your hands through like a little animal. Turn those toes to the front. Right hand down. Left arm up. Inhale. Good. Step that back right toe in and up a little bit. Get ready. Here comes a challenge. Challenge yourself. Tee the arms up for your high lunge. Oh yeah, right there. Breathe. Pull the hands away from each other. Reverse. Come back to your high lunge. Inhale. High to low as you exhale. Nice and slow. Be mindful of your movements. Elbows stay in as you inhale. Nice and slow. I always like to say it, but make love to yourself. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Child's pose. There's nothing as pure of love as your own self-love. So take 5 breaths here in your child's pose and connect back to your heartbeat. Matter of fact, where is your heart right now? Breathe into your heart space, spreading the love from your heart to your entire body. And allowing the breath to sigh out. Start spreading the fingers and tucking the toes. Come up for a cat and cow. I know that was a good way of opening you up. So go ahead and just take 5 breaths. If there's any last tension in the body, move it around before we go deeper. Because we're going to do that one more time. You guys ready at home? You guys ready here? Woo! Good music up there. Okay, slow as you can. Spread your fingers. Tuck your toes. Go to your downward dog. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. And notice, do you want to take it up a notch? Here we go. Right leg up, inhale. Right knee taps right elbow. Right leg goes up, a little faster. Tap left elbow. Inhale, leg goes up. Tap your forehead, drop your shin for 3. Your core is gonna love me. 2, 1, step it through, high lunge. Take an inhale. Woo! Here we go, warrior 2. Inhale, reach. Exhale, reverse. Hold your reverse for me. Bring your left hand on the back of your left hip. Straighten your right front leg. Expand up in your spine. Take your left hand on your right wrist. and stretch back. Oh yeah. Now the trick is to push into the front of your toes, but micro bend the front of your knee. Good. Breathe into the right left hip and the right side body. Tee your arms. We're coming for a triangle pose. Step your back heel in just a little bit. Woo! Watch out, I slide. I call this my magic carpet, and it is. Reach forward. Find an invisible wall here, and then bring your hand to your shin. First off, I want you to line your wrist, shoulder, shoulder, wrist, and then see if you can find out why it's a triangle pose. There's 3 triangles. Can you drop your fingers in the inside of your shin? Lean into it a little bit like you're leaning back towards me, just like Nick, just like Melissa. Find that invisible wall for 3 more breaths. Smile while you do it. Smile. 2. For 1, I want you to step your back foot in. We're twisting the triangle. Left hand comes down. Right arm comes up. Oh, yeah. Here we go, guys. So you're in a twisted triangle. So step your back foot in about 45. Step it in about a foot and the toes 45. Now we're going to fly the twisted triangle. So it's almost a twisted half moon. Step your left fingers forward. Lift into your back heel. Use your glutes and your standing leg is going to be stable and buoyant. Pull away from each other. You remember that T and the high lunge? Step back, high lunge, T arms. Inhale. Good job. Woo! Good job. Inhale, arms up for high lunge. Exhale, find your high to low for your vinyasa of choice. If vinyasa is not your thing, come to your child's pose. Part of the practice is finding that surrender that is so hard and unique to yourself. When you find your way to your downward dog, take a deep inhale in. Exhale, downward dog. So on class 18, I built you up for all this. Left leg goes up, inhale. Left knee taps left elbow. 3-legged dog, inhale, push. Exhale, cross the body, nice and strong. Inhale, leg up, 3-legged dog. Tap your forehead, shin to ground, up and down. Use that belly button. Good job. Knee through, high lunge. Take a deep breath in, inhale. Warrior 2 on your exhale. Flip your palms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, reverse. You're going to bring your right hand to the right back hip. As you reach up, I want you to notice if you're crunching your back or if you can expand, then straighten your front leg. There's a reason for this. I want you to find an invisible wall without arching your back. Right hand to left wrist. Stretch. Breathe. Pull your shoulder socket back down into the socket, but stretch. Tee your arms. Keep your legs straightened. You're going to come to your triangle pose. It's called Trikonasana for a reason. Reach your arms forward. Tuck the pelvic bone a little bit. Push into the front of your toes. Find your lines. They're unique with you. Dropping down if you can. You're going to hold here for 3 breaths in your triangle pose. Keep pulling your hand up and pulling your hip back. Breathe in through your nose. We're going to twist the triangle. So take that back right foot, turn it 45 degrees, and then take your right hand down and your left arm up. Take a deep inhale on this twist. Lift up in your ribs. Now, don't think about it. We're going to bring it into a fly. You're going to lift that right leg up, but take your right fingertips in a tripod. Know where you're going, and then lift up with a buoyant leg. Good. Can you hold it for 2? Even if you need to drop down like me for 3. And then come to your high lunge with your T arms. Good job. Transition gracefully. Woo! You feeling good at home? Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, downward dog. Vinyasa if you like. I should have your heart rate going. I should have your blood pumping. I want you to come back to your heart. Come back to your intentions. This downward dog or child's pose should feel very activated. You should feel like you're strong. I want you to look up at your hands. Bend your knees a lot. And everyone loves it when we do this, including myself when my teachers do it. Walk or dance up to the front of your mat. Push the hands so you're going to feel like you're falling over, so bend your knees a lot. When you get up here, I want you to hang like a rag doll. And even more, I want you to come back to scooping the earth and doing some circles. And scan the body from back to front, to side to side. Breathe. And after you do a couple circles, switch. Find your breath. 3 to 5. Meet me down in a hang for a ragdoll. Grab your elbows. As you notice, the knees bend a lot, but bring your weight towards your toes so your back can hang. Your chin's gonna drop to your chest, and if you like, the back of your arms can go to the back of your calves and push side to side. Breathe. Slowly, slowly, slowly meet me here in a squat. Nice mother squats, malasana. Maybe go side to side like me. Or if your heels go down like Nick immediately and Melissa immediately, that's fine. But know that the earth is supporting you. So wherever you're at, you can also put a block. Bring your hands to your heart. You do have an option to pigeon pose or a crane pose if you like here. Melissa, are you up for it? You can watch Nick, he's going to be advanced, and Melissa's going to be intermediate here. So always notice that your arms are within your rib range. This gives you a shelf. Your knees, they can be almost outside of the back of your triceps or almost all the way up in your armpits like Melissa. Now when you lean in, important to look forward so you have a gauge of your drishti point, your belly buttons to your spine, your ribs are boosting in like a bustier. If not, you're here with me for 5 more breaths. There's an art to the prana of your breath. Can you use that breath to comb through the body no matter where you're at right now? Maybe you want to be in a crow, but you're not. Can you visualize it? When we say let go, can you let go of the tension and the fear of falling? 2 more breaths. Can you let go of the tension in your cheeks and your jaws and meet me back down in this malasana? Bring your fingers to the earth and roll as slow as you can up to the universe. One cell connected. All of us connected. Just like you started, go ahead and start rolling your shoulders. I think you're really gonna like this. I tried it out on someone to make sure at home. My love is given, right? So find your feet again. It's the reason I wanted you to find the roots. Look at your toes and just notice how they grip into the earth if you want them to. Spread them. Rock side to side. There's 4 corners, so can you rock back? Here's a really good one. Bend your knees and come up to your right toe. I get a lot of cracking here. Ankles have been sprained multiple times, so just put a little pressure on it now and see how that feels. Okay, good. Here we go. We're gonna reach up, inhale. Exhale, touch the earth. Pachamama, I love you. Inhale, chair pose. We're gonna twist it out. So when in doubt, twist it out. Hands to your heart. And we're gonna go to your right, not my right. And take your back of your tricep. And you can almost push over if you need to when you're twisting to the right. Bring your top right fist into your left hand. So it looks like this. Now sit a little lower. It's all in the exhale. I've said this a lot. But pull your belly button, your spine, tuck your sex. Now here's the hard part. I prepared you for this. Tee your arms. Come up to your left toe. Pull your left knee into your armpit. Guide it back to that high lunge twist. Inhale up to your high lunge T arms. Woo! You got it. Come on, challenge yourselves. Warrior 2, just dance it out. I'm always going to bring it back. Don't worry. Shift the energy. Whatever was going on in the head, maybe it's like, oh, I wish I could have done it like I did when I was 10. Well, guess what? Whenever you are, we're never going to be the same person. We're never going to have the same experience. Everything's now. Let it go. Hold your warrior 2. Look over the front of your finger and close your eyes. You're gonna have 3 breaths here. 2. Get a little lower. Look forward. We're gonna come now. We're gonna do a step forward all the way to the front. Woo! If I don't fall. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold and shake it out. Good. Is it a good one? Inhale, chair pose. Hands to your heart as you exhale. Twist to your left. Back of your tricep. I'm going to show you from the side. Tuck your sex. Sit deeper. Now as you get here, you might feel, oh no, this is really hard. Get a little lower. Bring your top left fist into your hand. Twist. Squeeze your knees together. Tee your arms. The trick, come up to your right toe. Pull your knee into your armpit. Guide it back nice and gently. Oh yeah, high lunge right there. You got it. Come on. Tee your arms other way. Lift up. Woo, warrior 2. It's okay. Trust me, move it out. The unknown, move the unknown. Life is a mystery. Come back and dance it off. Tifftopia is a mystery. Hold your warrior 2 for 3 breaths. Your heel is gonna match into the arch of your back foot. Get lower. Pull your hands away from each other. Kiss your shoulder blades. Close your eyes. Breathe. Step to the front. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold and interlace your hands. Chin to chest. Right here. Shoulder blades kiss together as if I'm rolling your shoulder blades together. Bend your knees if you don't have the flexibility in the hamstrings. And then slowly inhale, flat back. Exhale, back to your vinyasa. You can walk, jump, or float now. Downward dog, if not. Take your time here. When you get to your downward dog, you're gonna stay in your downward dog. How you feeling at home? Good? How you feeling, guys? Walk your feet in a little more and wide, and you're gonna take a twist. So your right hand's gonna grab the outside of your left ankle or your shin. Now when you do this, I want you to do like Nick, look under your armpit, look for your hips, square your hips off, breathe, deep inhale, deep exhale, sigh it out for me. Come back, right hand comes down. Make sure you're not slippery. Left hand grabs the outside of that right ankle or your shin, or even your calf. Breathe. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Good job, guys. Even my patch is coming off my arm. I got good and sweaty. Come for your child's pose. Take 5 breaths in your child's pose. Even I know when to surrender. So scan your body, connect to the music. Did the heart start beating when I brought it strong, right? And the true practice is inward. So come back to your breath. Notice where the breath is kissing you on the inside as you breathe in. Are you breathing to your stomach? So one of the best tips I can give you is your breath. Expand through the stomach. If you're not breathing in the stomach, find belly breaths, diaphragmatic breaths. Two more. Deep inhale. Clear it out. Spread your fingers and tuck your toes. Find your downward dog. I heard you guys love hips, so I'm going to give it to you. You're going to take your right leg up as you inhale. Bend at that right knee and drop your heel as if you're going to kick yourself in the butt, but keep your shoulders squared. So grip into the earth. Push. Do some circles here. Lube up your hip socket. And don't be afraid to use that word. You're circulating your breath. You're circulating your blood. Matter of fact, you're breathing vitality to every cell as you're doing yoga. Switch directions. If you haven't done 3 each way, then go ahead and straighten the leg up for 3-legged dog. We're going to step it for a nice lizard pose. Right foot on the outside of your right hand. The difference is I want you to walk your foot up so your knee and heel are in line. Walk your hands forward about a foot. Your back knee can drop down unless you're advanced and it feels good on the groin. I want you to inhale, shoulders kiss. Exhale, try to get low to the earth. So inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Do 2 more. Inhale up, exhale down. Everybody with me? Get even lower. Even lower. Drop your pelvic bone. Drop your leg. Drop your groin. Unbuckle the elbows. Pull your shoulder blades back. Let your head pop out. Smile. Because you're doing yoga. You're doing a great job. Breathe. If it feels good doing circles, micro circles. Now, you have 5 more breaths. And I know that you can feel a lot of tension in there. I want you to lessen that and breathe and sigh. Let go on your exhale. 3 more. One more. Walk your foot over just a little bit towards your chest, towards your right hand. Do a half split. Push into your right heel. Straighten your right leg. Now maybe your right leg doesn't straighten all the way back. It's not a competition. You can lunge in and then push back. It will eventually slack up and lessen on you there. So breathe in, lunge, breathe out, push back, half split. If you're a full split person, then please honor your practice. Good. Now hold. Look up for your toes in this half split. Micro bend the back of your knee. Pull your right hip back. Lift your shoulders. Kiss your shoulder blades. Act like you're proud to be here, guys. Deep inhale. Melt down over that leg and just give that hamstring the stretch it needs. Your hamstrings are talking to you. Your body's talking to you. One more. Now, right heel's going to come over to your left hand. We're going to give us a pigeon pose of choice. 45 degrees. Walk your back toe back. Actually, come to your back toe. Walk your left knee back. Take your hand on your foot and see if you can take your toes and push them to the front of the mat. Take your right hand. Now, stabilize yourself. Pull your glute up and then pull your hip back. Those are my little home adjustments for you. My Zoom clients love that. So take a deep chest up. And you're going to dance it because you're here with us in energy. We're all going to be one day together again. So just give yourself that faith and that courage of believing. Breathe. And if you can't go that spiritual, that's okay. Just walk your hands up. Square your hips back. You have 3 more breaths on your own. Your masculine side of your body. Deep inhale. Comb the back of the throat, Darth Vader, exhale, shoulders peel back. 2 more. One more breath. Start walking your hands up. You're going to push into your hands. Watch the guys. Tuck your back left toe under. Right leg goes back to a 3-legged dog. Shake that leg out. Do some circles if you need. Shake it out. If you like a vinyasa, you can roll through. If not, downward dog. Stay right here. Making it the best one you've got. It's the last one of this practice. Left leg goes up on your inhale. Bend at your left knee. And go ahead and activate. Lube up the left side of your hip. Noticing your hip does not just grind front to back, right? It goes all around in circles. So when you're doing it, do it gentle. Breathe. Couldn't help but giggle there. I hope you guys are giggling at home. Straighten your left leg. Come to your lizard pose. Left foot on the outside of your left hand. Walk the foot up just a little bit. Walk your hands up about a foot. And then drop that back knee down. I want you to go ahead and dance the lizard. So your arms are going to come up and down. And honoring yourself, if If there's anywhere that hurts, do not do it. Breathe. Chest up in honor of yourself. Chest down, thanking the earth. Your feminine side. We all have these energies within us. At all times, we're trying to balance this. 3 more breaths in your lizard. Now, if you can stay down in your lizard, go ahead and do it. But if not, use your hands and unbuckle the elbows and the shoulders and the arms. 2 more breaths. Smooth it out. Last breath in this lizard pose for today. Deep inhale. Now start walking your foot over, walk your hands over. You can either frame your foot for your half split or not. And we came in for your low lunge, so inhale forward. Exhale, push through the heel. See if you can open your toes. Inhale, lunge, do 2 more. Exhale, push into that half split. Look for the toes, wiggle them. Last one, lunge, go deep in your lunge, lift your shoulders. Push back into your heel, stay here. Now this is where we stay. Take your left hand to your left hip onto the inside of the hip. Pull the left hip back. Pull it back. Look for your toes, micro bend the back of your knee. Inhale, chest up because you're proud. Exhale, melt. Stay here. If you went to a full split, please honor your practice and even yourself out on both sides. Wiggle the toes, move the heel, and square off even more. Deep inhale. Slowly as you come in, walk over for your pigeon pose on the left leg. Left heel walks to the back of your right hand. You can be 45 degrees or 90. Your main goal is to work with your hips. We're all made differently. Bring that right hand onto your foot and push the toes up. Right hand's gonna stabilize. Bring your left hand under your glute. Pull that glute up. Then pull your left hip back. Yeah, I got you there, I bet. Take a deep breath. I got myself on that one. Exhale, lower it down. Yeah, listen to it. I've got some strong feminine energy. This is your Shakti, my friends. So your masculine is your Shiva, your feminine is your Shakti. If you're not already, you're dancing this pigeon because we can. And it makes you feel good because it makes me feel good. Breathe. Now, you can stay down or you can use your hands. 3 breaths on your own. Walk that knee back just a little bit more. Good. Let the chest drop down even more, putting pressure on the leg, but keeping it in a safe place. Deep inhale to the stomach. Deep exhale from the stomach. Let that breath do its job. Soften out. Decrease inflammation. Boost your immune system. 1 more breath. Slowly walking your hands back. You're going to tuck your right toe under, straighten that leg, push into your hands. Left leg goes back up for 3-legged dog. Shake it out, do some circles. We're gonna find our way. We're gonna be creative. I want you to come to your downward dog, so left leg comes down. You can walk, jump, dance, or hop all the way to the front of the mat, or go to the music and walk super slow. Find your way to a boat pose. So you're gonna walk up. Obviously my wrist is hurt, so I can't be there, but I'm gonna walk up. Yes, and Melissa did it right. You're almost like, you feel like you're falling over, and you're gonna bend down. How slow can you go? Let your glutes touch your heels. See if you can keep your hands forward, heels drop down, feet lift up, all within that nice little grace that you have deep within you. Now tap your toes to the ground. Pull your ribs into your thighs and squeeze your thighs together like you have an apple in there. Lock your shoulder blades back. Now lift your legs. Ooh. We got that? Fire? Everybody at home feel the fire? Is it enough? Reach up for your toes and lift your toes. Now low boat. Reach up for your toes. You can bend. Reach. Low boat. Reach. Hold. Hold. And then I want you to slowly come to low bow, like you're going through space. I really feel like I'm flying through space on this song. Oh yeah. And then come to your spaceman. Open your arms. I made it up, don't worry. And then drop to the earth. You're gonna take a deep breath in, and you're gonna squeeze it out, knees into chest. Deep breath in, expand. Exhale out. Belly button to spine, knees into forehead. Pick up the pace now. Pick up the pace, wide and strong. 2 more. Hold the breath out and squeeze. Hold. Let's come to plow pose. Bring your hands down to the side of you. Toes are going to touch down. I want you to at first let your legs straighten, but here's the main trick. Can you use your core to lift your legs? Roll your shoulder blades together is the trick. Hands are going to go right by your glutes. Support yourself, lift your toes, and lift through the lower abdomen. Nice and slow. Lift your heels, push your glutes up, toes to the back of your head. Maybe stay here in a plow pose, finding that nice 90 degrees in your back. Toes are into the back. Option, guys, to come to your shoulder stand. Make sure A, your neck is in a safe place. B, you feel good to do this. One of the demos, Melissa or Nick can show a shoulder stand. Hands to your lower back. Elbows are going to dig down in. They're right there in line with your shoulders. Now, make sure your head does not move when you do this. Lifting your legs up, finding your shoulder stand for 10 breaths. Lift up through each vertebrae. Each rib stacks up. Everything's stacking up. Your chest is coming towards your chin. Breathe. It's harder to breathe like this. So when you're inverted, you're actually reversing gravity. Deep inhales, lift up through the heels. Open and close the toes. Move the ankles in and out. Keep yourself lifted and supported. I so want to come and just lift y'all up, but I know we have 6-foot roll. Pull those elbows in even more. Squeeze them in even more. Lift up even higher. You have 3 more breaths. Now, can you slowly and gracefully come back through a plow pose? Toes touch the back of the mat. Roll down 1 vertebrae at a time from the back of your neck. Each one down. Don't collapse. Go nice and slow. When you feel like you're going to collapse, pull your belly button to your spine. Go even slower. Let's come into a half bridge. Feet to the mat, knees are bent. Hands are by your side, shoulder blades roll in. Squeeze your legs together like you have a beach ball there. Press your pelvic bone up to the sky. And hold it for 3 more breaths. Even watch your stomach rise and fall. Keep pushing your chest towards your chin and squeezing those inner thighs and ankles and shins in. Now unsqueeze your glutes and press in your heels a little more. Dig deeper, breath in. Lower down slow. Come to your elbows for your fish pose, or you can go directly into your Savasana. I'm guiding you into a fish pose to let go of anything left stuck into your heart space. Maybe it's a place you need to find forgiveness. Drop your shoulder blades away and back. Try not to throw the head back, but open the breastplate into the heart chakra. Deep inhale into the esophagus, into your heart. Look up at your third eye, tongue out. Ha! As loud as you can at home. Give me even louder. I'm being modest here. Roll your shoulder blades away from your collarbone. Ha! Good. Come on, guys. Louder. Deep inhale, deep inhale, deep inhale. Look at your third eye. Ha! Move your jaw side to side. Wiggle your nose. And as slow as you can, release down to your mat. Look to the right. Look to the left shoulder. And one last thing, I want you to bring your knees up into your chest. We're going to hold and squeeze. You know, I started spicy, so I'm ending spicy. Let's go for our bicycles. So right elbow to left knee. Yeah. Switch sides, side to side. See if you can go slow using the core. Your back is flat to the mat. And then you're going to start going fast. Close your eyes. Keep going. Side to side. Go, go. Come on, guys. Faster. More control. Squeeze. Belly button to the mat. Lower back on the mat. Keep going. Come on at home. You've got this. Until you feel fire, hold to the right. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Hold to the left. I always go the opposite way teaching sometimes. 3, 2, 1. And then bring your knees into your chest. Forehead to your knees. Squeeze as hard and strong and loving and caring and compassionate as you can for yourself. And then release nice and slow. All of your back touches the earth, melting, allowing the bones to hang heavy in the skin. If you have something to cover your eyes at home, please do. If not, just relax and take notice to all the benefits of this practice. Tune in to your mind, body, and soul. Bringing your attention towards your third eye here. Allow your eyeballs to surrender and relax in the socket. Allowing that space between your eyebrows to broaden and relax. Relaxing the whole forehead, crown of the head. Relax the back of your head. Coming to an oceanic breath.
An ego is not the same thing as a go onward, our image of ourselves is extremely inaccurate and incomplete. Would that some darker gifted be us to see ourselves as others see us. We don't. So my image of me is not at all your image. My image of me is extremely incomplete in that it does not include any information you speak of about the functioning of my nervous system, my circulation, my metabolism, my subtle relationships with the entire surrounding human. So the image I have of myself as a character, it is arrived at through mainly my interaction with other people who tell me who I am in various ways, either directly or indirectly, and I play about with what their picture is of me, and they play something back to me so that we set up this conception. And this started very, very early in life. And I was told, you see, and you were told, that we must have a consistent image. You must be you. You have to find your identity in terms of image. And this is an awful red herring. A lot of the current quest for identity among younger people is a search for an acceptable image. What role can I play? Who am I in the sense of what am I going to do in life? And so on. Now, while that has a certain importance,
Gently start calling out to your name.
if it's not backed up by deeper matters, it's extraordinarily misleading.
Calling out to your name and calling out to that childlike self. And I want you to imagine yourself slowly give yourself a hug. And whatever comes to your mind as you call out your name and you see yourself as that childlike self, give yourself that love, that kindness, that compassion that comes from within to true self. And slowly, slowly start awakening, full of forgiveness, full of compassion, full of vitality. As you call out to your name, open your arms really big and expand them and awaken yourself, thanking yourself. Thank you for how far you've come. Thank you, buddy, for supporting me on this journey. And give yourself a super big hug here. Wrap your arms around yourself. Don't be afraid to squeeze really tight and call out to your name one more time. And tell yourself, I am enough. Slowly start awakening yourself and rolling over to the right side into fetal position. And with that same gratitude to yourself, I want you to send that energy back into Pachamama, thanking her for the resources that give us life, for all the nutrients, for all the water. And with that gratitude, slowly push yourself up into a comfortable meditating position and palms together to the center of your heart into Namaste. Scan the body again, a little different from the beginning, a little lighter, a lot more compassionate. And I want you to smile now, and I want you to envision yourself abundant, healthy, wealthy. Bowing down to this practice, to the light that guides you through this practice. May that light continue to guide you on and off this mat. May we all have hope and faith. From my heart to yours, namaste. To your lineage, to each other. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you up there. Amazing job, Delta Division. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And always, oh, my guys at Space, my family, I get teary eyes thinking about this. You know, if you're not in Miami, Miami is going through it. And listen, this is going to have a cycle. It's going to end. So everyone at home, please stay strong and please go show my boys some love. Thank you, Space. Thank you, Link Miami Rebels. And thank you, all of you that it takes to come here and keep practicing. Share your practice. Thank you, Adi, for this amazing camera that makes these practices so good. From my heart to yours, namaste.